Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lesson you are going to cover the tone curve. With the tone curve we can play with the highlights and shadows and also with the RGB colors. So we have two things here. We have the parametric and point. Let's go through the parametric. With the parametric you will only play with the highlights and shadows, and you are going to do that with these handles and also these ones. So you can play with the highlights just like this. And then we have the light. As you can see, the curve is changing when we change this. We have the darks and we have the shadow. And then we can play with the curve with these handles as well. So we basically have the highlights, we have the lights, which is whites, we have the darks, which is the blacks, and we have the shadows. I'm going to make this 0. Now let's move to the point. Here we have the preset for the curve. We have the linear, we have the median contrast, we have the strong contrast, and then we have the custom. Let's go to the linear, and we are going to make some points on this line to play with the highlight and shadow. Because you are working with the RGB, we will be playing with the highlights and shadows. I'm going to click here to make a point here. I'll make a point here and a point here. In this side of the tone curve we play with the shadow, and this side we play with the highlights. Now if I just bring this to this side, this is increasing the highlights and this one is decreasing. You can always play with this line as well. And here I can give a contrast to the shadows, or I can make them look matte like this. Let's keep it as it is. If we change this to the red, now we can play with the reds in this photo. If I move this up, we add some of the reds to the shadows in this photo, and I'll bring this down. We are adding some red to the highlights. If you move it up, it will remove the reds and it will add more greens, just like this. And the same is for the green and the blue. And this is all about the tone curve. I'll see you in the next lesson, and we are going to cover the details.